Hello, Destinites. This is the Great Owl, and in this Volume 2 of Beginner's Guide for Destiny the Taken King, we're going to talk about something fundamental to enjoying the game, which is exotics. If you're a new player, that probably means that you don't have that many, and you'd like to know what is the most efficient, simplest way to get them, and where can you go, where do they drop, and what are some items maybe that can assist you in getting said awesome exotics. So, the person you want to know about first and foremost is a guy called Xur. Xur is a character who shows up once a week on Friday, and he shows up over the weekend. Now, Xur is fantastic and the easiest way to get exotics because he has a bunch and he has them for sale. So, I will also have on my channel posted where Xur is every week, so if you're wondering, you can subscribe for that as well. I'll always put a post up on Friday as soon as he shows up with a weapon review as well. Weapon and item review, because he carries armor and additional items. So, Xur, like I say, you can find him in these different locations scattered around each Friday. Sometimes he's at the tower, sometimes he's at the reef, and as additional content is added, he's probably going to show up in a few other places. So this is Xur. Now, Xur has a specific currency, so if you've been playing the game for a little while, you may have been getting something called a strange coin. I don't have the icon for it here, but I'm sure you can find it. I might even have one in my inventory. Here we are, strange coins. Unusual coin is warm to the touch and vibrates gently in your hand, and you thought currency, but I don't see where to spend this. This is the guy that you spend it at. So if you look here at Xur, here we are, a whole bunch of exotics, and this week they were particularly good. Each of these in my Where is Xur video I recommended grabbing. There's not an exotic here that you wouldn't want, and you can see as well that down there is the currency you pay him with, which is strange coins, like I mentioned. So you can grab all of these, and then you can get this, which is a legacy engram, which is a first year. So if you've just started playing the Taken King, that refers to an exotic that came out in the first year of Destiny. Now, you may wonder, why would I want to get this? Well, the reason is that if you get a year 1 exotic, there are year 2 versions of it. And so if you buy this, and if it's not at the power level you want, there's another place you can go once you have basically the blueprint, which is what you get if you get any exotic, and you can buy it from that location for the year 2 form. So, we talked about strange coins. You're picking those up, you can spend them with our friend Xur here. There's something else that's really, really important and can help you get exotics, and that right here is the 3 of coins. The 3 of coins, you can read it there, a stackable effect that increases the chance the next Ultra you defeat or Crucible match you win will award an exotic engram. So, an Ultra, what's that? An Ultra is basically the boss of any of the strikes that you've been doing, or if you found yourself in a raid, that's an Ultra. So if you consume one of these before you beat one of those bosses, you have a much higher likelihood of being able to get an exotic. So that's pretty cool. So you want to know about the 3 coins and strange coins. And then our friend Xur here, like I say, who I will have weekly updates to show where he is around the tower. One more detail here is something called glass needles. Glass needles are used to change the features of an exotic. So say for example, we go in and I have the Jade Rabbit. Got this recently, very excited. You can change some of these you can change the perks of. Say for example, this has Spray and Play and Zen Moment. Those are its perks. It doesn't have it here, but some of these exotics will have an additional trait down here which you can use glass needles on to change some of these perks, which is very, very useful in case you don't like the roll which you've received. So the one other place we're going to head over to is this blueprints that I was referring to. The blueprints being that if you've got a first 1 engram or a first 1 exotic, you break it down because it wasn't at the power level of year 2, but you want to go grab a year 2 version of it because they're usually available. And I haven't even talked about the obvious things where you can find exotics, which is basically like you would expect. You're going to find them in any sort of situation where you beat a high-level boss. There is always a random chance that you are going to receive an exotic from fighting anything at all, actually, in the game has the potential to drop it and has a higher level or higher likelihood to drop it the higher level it is. So if we go here, oh, where is it? No, it's a little bit further. This is what I'm talking about. You'll find these scattered around. Here we are, exotic weapon blueprints. So if you've broken it down, you can come here and go, oh, look, if you have gotten this weapon before, here we have year 2 primary, year 2 heavy. These some of these year 2s you can get from the year 1s, but these are the year 2 version of the year 1. So if you found the bad juju, if you found the Monte Carlo, you can grab it from this location, which is very, very useful. You also have, over here I believe it is, although this might, no, this is Abandoned Quest. Ah, here it is over here. Adjacent to this is the exact same version for armor blueprints. So if you get one of those first years and you end up with something from here, you can then, if you've broken down the year 1 version, come here for a year 2 version of it. Really, really useful, and basically means that you don't have to clutter up your inventory or the vault with any of your excess items that you don't want. You can break it down and then come back there. The one warning I have for you is that these don't come free. You can see, I should have shown you when you go over top of one, that they do cost something. They cost an exotic shard, and they cost glimmer. Exotic shards are received from breaking down exotic weapons, and that allows you then to buy these items here. So there you go. Most fundamental, you should know about Xur, you should know about the currency you pay him with, and you should know about the 3 of coins, which you can carry with you on any one of your raids or missions to pop or use before you meet a boss, and that will then give you an additional likelihood to get one of these exotics. So there you go. That's the easiest way to get exotics in the game, and you can do it every single weekend because Xur shows up with a different load of gear for you to obtain off of him each time. And like I say, I have a playlist every single weekend that will show Xur's location. So if that's something that interests you, please do like, subscribe, and share. So this has been Volume 2 of the Beginner's Guide. There'll be much more to come, and other episodes in the series previous to this if you're just starting out and want to check them out. Thanks for checking the movie. Please do like, subscribe, and share. This is the Great Owl signing off. Thanks so much for checking the video. Peace.